beautiful. It's Jo again, and I am back to talk about week 51 of Fasting Life. Now, there wasn't a whole lot this week. There's just a few things to note, so I'm going to make it pretty quick. Yay, it's a short one. Now, first off, I have to say things have been going in the right track, getting back on alternate day fasting with minimum amount of discombobulation and difficulty. That being said, there were a couple of days that my eating was not terribly controlled, but there was a very specific reason for that. I had to go to town for an employee meeting, and that's 2.5 hours away. I live in an extremely small rural area where we don't even have fast food. We have a couple of small mom and pop restaurants. We have nothing mainstream. We don't have Chinese food or McDonald's or Subway or anything. So I went the night before so that I could hit up the Walmart and the Dollar Tree and all the places I haven't gone in literal months. And I also had some Chinese food, and then the next day I had a big sub for lunch before I came back home. That being said, I didn't overstress calories for those 2 days. I just did what I wanted to do. But all the rest of the week was very sensible, and I'm still back on standard American diet, which means I can have my spaghetti if I want it and things like that, but normal portions, alternate day, everything's back on track. I also have been meaning to mention that I did finally get my treatment for intestinal parasites, and I did go through the 2 cycles of it, and honestly, nothing really happened that I noticed. Nothing really stuck out to me, so I probably didn't actually have any. But in a situation like that, no harm, no foul. Doing this treatment once in a great while, just in case, isn't harmful, as long as you're not doing it too frequently and messing up your system and, cleansing your digestive tract of all the positive things. But as far as I can tell, I was fine. I didn't have anything. So, other than that, there's really not much to say. I am still trying to talk my friend into going and exercising with me. I didn't get a lot of activity, of course, over the last few days since I spent a lot of time in the car. Uh, and, I spent the night in town, like I said, and then I went to get my stuff in the car from the motel room and opened the door to this. Well, crap, I was not prepared for that. It's a good thing I stepped out the door early. So that was shocking, and that was a nerve-wracking drive. And then everything calmed down as the day progressed, and I was able to safely drive home the 2.5 hours. But I did hit up every store I could think of that I wanted to go to. They got way too much of my money, especially since after everything disastrous that's happening, being in a rural area, I try to be a little bit more prepared around my home anyway for emergencies and blackouts. They happen pretty regularly. I mean, a couple of times a year, I have a day where the power might be off half the day, or what, 2 Thanksgivings ago, it was out for 48 solid hours because we had a bad winter storm, and it was the first one of the season. It took down every tree branch, which took down they had like 17 breakages they found on the lines in that one, and that took out the whole area because I live in the middle of nowhere. And so one of the things I've been doing is preparing a emergency blackout bag, bug out bag type situation. And one of the reasons I've been wanting to go to the dollar store was to pick up some odds and ends that, could I buy some of these things in better quality? Yes. Do they need to be better quality for short-term emergencies? No. So I am currently in the middle of revamping my bag situation and my blackout box so that I have things put away properly, because I went looking in my bags from previous setups and found that, most of my stuff, like food stuff, was getting ready to expire, and it was time to refresh the whole thing, let alone through fasting life, my sizes have changed, so even my spare set of clothes didn't really fit right anymore. And I'm not like putting my nice stuff, but you have to have something in there that as you try to get back out into the world and things level off, you've got something that you can look like a normal human being in, and basic skincare and brushing your teeth. And it's not just about, oh, do I have food and water? It's also about, can I look like a human being around people? I don't care about makeup so much, but toothpaste, little soaps, um, little can openers. I'm a big fan of making sure that I have, like, what is it? One of the P51s, I think it is, the little military can openers that fold up. Uh, Through the Texas issue with this winter storms last month, one of the things I found highly ironic is how many preppers did not have an emergency can opener with all this canned food they had put by. I actually already had one of those previously. I actually keep something like that in my kitchen counter too, in my kitchen drawers, just because, once again, I live in the middle of nowhere and I want to be able to get into something even without power. I have the old school can openers, and I actually bought a spare one because the prepper saying is two is one and one is none. So duplicates whenever you can manage is a good thing. So I have been setting up my bug out situation, blackout situation, and so I spent a lot of money at the store just on emergency candles and things like that. And that is really what my week has looked like. Fasting has started to normalize though. The fitness is not where I want it to be, but it's on the right track and it's going in the right direction. We just have to get the weather to start levelizing. It's also been really entertaining because windy season is kicking in, and it's hard to get out there and walk when you're just getting battered all over the place. But I'm on the right track. And that is pretty much it for this week. So please do like, subscribe, comment, notification bell, do all the things. And I hope you have a beautiful week, and I will catch you on the flip side.